Welcome to The Explainer. You see all these headlines flying around. Gold prices hitting new highs, trouble at the IRS, some new feature in a crypto wallet. They seem totally random, right? Well, today, we're going to connect those dots because it turns out they're all part of one huge story that's unfolding right now, the great convergence of old money and new tech.
All right, so here's the game plan. We're going to start by looking at why the traditional markets are, well, a little nervous. Then we'll jump into how Bitcoin is stepping up to play a new role. After that, we'll check out some seriously cool new financial tools being built in crypto. And all of this is going to lead us to the big picture. How these two worlds, old finance and new tech, are finally starting to collide.
Okay, first things first. To really get what's going on, we need to look at the bigger economic picture. And these two headlines, side by side, they really paint a picture of just how uncertain things are in the traditional financial world.
So look at this. On the one hand, you've got a classic flight to safety. People are getting nervous, so they're piling into gold, pushing the price to an all-time high. But at the exact same time, you have a core piece of the financial system, the IRS, basically saying it has to shut down half its operations. You see the contradiction? The traditional safe haven is soaring while the system it's supposed to be safe from is looking pretty shaky. That creates a real feeling of uncertainty out there.
And that exact feeling of uncertainty is what makes this next quote hit so hard. When the CEO of Binance says Bitcoin is the digital gold of our era, it's not just a catchy marketing phrase anymore. For a lot of people, this is becoming a serious core investment idea.
Right, so you've got gold making all the headlines, but in the background, there's another asset that's not just trying to take the safe haven crown and name, it's doing it with actual real-world use. And this right here, this is a perfect example. Polymarket, one of the biggest prediction markets out there, is now letting you deposit Bitcoin directly. Think about what that means. Bitcoin isn't just something you buy and hold in a wallet anymore, a digital rock, so to speak. It's now being used as an active financial tool, like collateral. It's becoming functional. It's becoming money within this new ecosystem.
Okay, but it's not just about Bitcoin. That's just the tip of the iceberg. The entire crypto space is in this race to build out a whole new set of financial tools. It's like they're creating a parallel financial system that's both borrowing from and in some ways improving upon the old one.
And check this out, because this is a huge deal. MetaMask, probably the most popular crypto wallet out there, is now offering perpetuals trading right inside the wallet. Now, perpetuals, these are complex trading tools, kind of like futures contracts that never expire. This is stuff that used to be only for professional traders on giant exchanges. Now it's available to millions of people with a single click. It just shows you how fast the plumbing of this new financial world is being built.
Okay, if you thought that was interesting, this is where things get, well, kind of wild. A Trump Coin ETF has been listed on the DTCC. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, the DTCC is basically the central nervous system for all of Wall Street. It's the plumbing that makes the entire U.S. financial market work. So you've got this collision of crypto, politics, and the absolute bedrock of traditional finance. The most experimental, out there stuff is now showing up inside the most traditional, buttoned-up infrastructure you can imagine. The lines are getting seriously blurry.
So let's pull all these threads together. You've got nervousness in the old markets, you've got Bitcoin finding new purpose, and you've got this explosion of new crypto tools. What does it all point to? One word: convergence. Tech, finance, Web3, they're not in their own little worlds anymore. They are smashing right into each other.
And hey, this isn't just a crypto story. Look over at the world of AI. You have Nvidia, the company that makes all the essential chips, potentially taking a massive stake in xAI, one of the companies building the actual AI models. The hardware is investing in the software. It's this deep integration. And we're seeing that exact same pattern playing out right now between traditional finance and digital assets. Which brings us to a new player entering the game that could pour gasoline on this whole convergence fire. It's a project called Midnight, and its entire reason for existing is to be the bridge between different blockchains, and most importantly, the bridge to traditional finance. It's being designed from the ground up to bring in the big fish, the institutional giants. So how does it plan to do that? with a key piece of technology called rational privacy. Now, this sounds complicated, but the idea is actually pretty simple. Imagine you could prove you're over 21 without showing your driver's license, with your address and birth date on it. You just prove the one fact that matters. That's what this does for finance. It lets a huge bank prove to a regulator that it's following the rules without having to splash all of its secret, confidential customer data all over a public blockchain. For big institutions, that's not just a nice to have. It is the absolute key they need to unlock the door to this space.
So the strategy is actually brilliant. It's a classic flywheel effect. Step 1, you build this unique privacy tech that the big money players need and can't get anywhere else. That's your hook. Step 2, that hook attracts their capital, their billions of dollars. And once you have that kind of money on your platform, you create a kind of gravity that starts to pull in everyone else, all the other major blockchains. The end goal? A single connected network built for serious, institutional-grade finance.
And all of this leads us to the final and, frankly, multi-trillion-dollar question that this entire story has been building towards. Could this be the project that finally becomes the meeting point between Wall Street and Web3? Are we literally watching the financial infrastructure of the future being built right now, right in front of us?